Hello, friends of Oak Creek Conservancy. Today, we're going to have a little walk around and a fly around. Stay tuned. The most obvious physical feature of the Conservancy is the treehouse, which is directly behind me. The treehouse is a residence now for me, and it's also a venue for different Conservancy events. And it's built on the German principle of a passive house, which basically means it's super insulated and has a lot of high-tech features, which will be the subject of many videos in the future. It's called the treehouse. It really named itself because so many people walk out on the deck and they say, God, this is like living in a treehouse. So it's a very comfortable place, and I'm looking forward to showing you around the treehouse and all its different features. And today is a walk around and a fly around to give you an idea of what the Conservancy looks like. In the center of the traffic circle in front of the treehouse is a native pollinator garden, and it has about 30 or so different species. And I started it last year. Right now it's dormant. It's a little bit messy, but it's going to be nice again in the spring. And it attracts all kinds of pollinators, bees, hummingbirds, butterflies. That's kind of a nice feature to have. Another obvious feature of the Conservancy is the vineyard. Vineyard is right across from the treehouse, and right now it has space for 110 vines. I also have some espalier fruit trees in the vineyard, and it's expanded. This is the third version of the vineyard. It keeps getting a little bigger and a little bigger. I think it's about its maximum size right now. It's been a lot of fun working in the vineyard and has been a huge learning curve. Everything from how to build a deer fence to how to grow grapes, and there'll certainly be many videos on that. Right next to the treehouse, I have some table grapes and flowers, and you'll notice there's not a lot of lawn in front of the treehouse. I didn't want to make it look like a country club. There's a little fringe of grass, which is helping in fire protection, and the deer actually love to eat it. In fact, the deer eat so much grass that I hardly ever have to mow the lawn, which makes it very convenient. Many of the other features of the Conservancy are a couple of hundred yards west of here. So let's hop in my drone and take a look from above. The actual driveway is a half a mile long. Most of it is an old wagon road. This is the serpentine section near the actual treehouse and the center of the Conservancy. You can see the upper gray area there. That's a parking area for school buses, for fire truck turnarounds. And in the foreground are the eclipse benches. We built those for the 2017 eclipse celebration, and it was really quite a profound, memorable experience. Stay tuned for the next one in the year 2200 something or other. Here's the wood splitting area. I use firewood in the house, and I also use it as barter for different services and having people help me around the Conservancy. Here's some of the lumber we made from the fir trees and the oak trees cut on the property. This is the solar array, 24 panels. Takes care of most of my electrical needs in the summer. Here's the meadow moving around, then up the serpentine road towards the treehouse. You can see my little garden above the solar panels. Here's the pump house. This is built on a 2,000-gallon water tank, and I'll tell more about that in a future video. And then as we move a little bit to the east, you can see the oak trees there that have kind of a white color. That's Spanish moss. We'll talk more about that later. And that sort of light green area, that is the vineyard. The grapes are not growing now, but this is part of the cover crop, so you can actually see where the grape vines are. There's the tree house, 3,800 square foot house that is my residence, and it's a venue for different activities. I've had some house concerts, some board meetings, fundraising dinners, movie review night. It's really been fun. It's worked out quite nicely. And then if we look to the north, we can see the Coast Range and the University Forest. Dimple Hill, it's to the left is a private forest land and McCullough Peak, and the trees in the foreground, you can see the oak trees of the Conservancy and the fir trees in the background. Thanks for joining.